In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, one God. Amen. My beloved child, there is something I need you to hear before anything else. There are two souls in your life who carry a love for you that runs deeper than you have yet allowed yourself to fully understand. Both of them think about you. Both of them feel the weight of your name in their hearts. But one of them is hiding something significant, something that, once it comes fully into the light, will shift the entire landscape of your love life in ways you are not yet prepared for. Please do not move past this. Stay with me until the very end, because what is waiting for you here is not small. The first soul thinks of you at night when everything around them grows quiet. Their heartbeat carries your name like a private prayer that only heaven can hear. Every thought they move through during the day somehow circles back to you. Even in rooms full of other people, even in moments they try to direct their attention elsewhere, you remain. The second soul also feels an unmistakable pull in your direction, but their love is complicated by something they have been afraid to say out loud. There is a secret living inside them, something heavy and unspoken, and their heart moves faster when they think of the moment you will finally know. They have watched your light, and they understand that when the truth finally rises, nothing between you will be the same. You have felt this, have you not? That unusual sensation of being pulled from two directions at once. One feels like safety. It feels familiar and clean and peaceful in the way that coming home feels peaceful. The other feels electric and almost overwhelming, magnetic in a way that is difficult to explain and harder to resist, even when something quiet inside you whispers that it is not quite right. These two souls have not arrived in your life by accident. They have circled around your story for a very long time. One comes from a promise made in the heavens, sealed before either of you took your first breath in this world. The other comes carrying a lesson dressed up as a blessing, a truth hidden inside what looks like love. Please stay with me until the very end, because what you are about to learn will genuinely surprise you. One of these souls prays for your peace when no one is watching. The other hides behind warmth and smiles while carrying an interior truth that burns and presses and cannot stay buried forever. Both of them love you in their own way. But only one of those loves was written in your destiny. The other grew out of guilt, out of something that happened long ago that they hoped would never find its way to you. You have been wondering lately why your nights feel different, why you sometimes wake up in the early hours with the strange sensation that someone spoke your name in the dark. It is because both of these souls visit you in the invisible space between sleeping and waking, each one reaching toward your heart, each one trying to arrive there first. One sends you calm, one sends you questions, one blesses you from a distance in a silence that asks nothing of you. The other works in subtler ways, trying to keep your vision clouded so that you cannot yet see the full picture clearly. But tonight, heaven has decided it is time for you to see clearly. Do not skip ahead. Stay with me. A moment of revelation is approaching, something I am going to call a mirror moment, a divinely arranged encounter where truth will no longer be able to remain in the shadows. The soul who was always truly meant for you will speak in a way that quiets the noise inside you. The other will reveal themselves through something unexpected, a truth said before they could stop it, an action that does not match the story they have been telling, a moment where the mask slips just enough for you to see what was always beneath it. You have been sensing the tension of this for a while now, the emotional push and pull you keep experiencing, the warmth that suddenly turns cold, the joy that shifts into confusion without any clear reason. That is not random. That is the spiritual consequence of two energies competing for space in your life, and destiny can only allow one of them to remain. The other is about to lose the cover they have been wearing. Stay with me, because when that moment comes, it will feel like slow thunder rolling toward you before you see the lightning. Someone you have not been expecting to step forward is about to look at you in a way they have never quite managed before. They will try to speak, and something in their voice will tremble. That trembling is the sound of a secret preparing to come out. What they feel for you is genuine, but what they hid will place a real demand on your spirit. You will not need to push for the truth. You will not need to confront them or demand answers. Heaven itself is going to handle that in its own perfect timing, in its own gentle and undeniable way. What I need you to do is hold on and trust the process unfolding around you right now. The soul whose love is pure will not need to announce itself with drama. It will simply be there, offering peace instead of pressure. The soul carrying secrets will soon show you what was buried under all that sweetness. The universe is carefully arranging a scene where every mask falls and every heart is revealed for exactly what it is. One confession is going to set you free in ways you did not even realize you needed. The other truth, the one you did not see coming, will change the entire way you understand what love actually looks like and what it actually requires of the people who say they feel it. Something immense is waiting for you, something that was determined long before this moment, long before you were old enough to understand what love was. Two souls love you, but only one of them has your name written beside theirs in the place where destiny is decided. And the truth, when it finally comes, will not harm you. It will be the thing that finally, genuinely, permanently frees you. Heaven has been watching this unfold for longer than you know. Those two energies have circled your heart the way twin stars circle each other, one burning with honesty and one hiding in shadow. Stay with me, because what is about to happen is something you did not see coming. Every look that felt loaded with meaning lately, every message you reread trying to understand what was underneath the words, every silence that felt heavier than it should have. All of those things carried signs. The love that comes from the pure soul moves the way sunlight moves through fabric, softly, without effort, without needing to convince anyone of its presence. The other carries a restless kind of fire, a love that feels almost too intense, too urgent, as though it is trying to outrun something. And it is. Deep inside that soul, a secret is trembling at the edge of finally being spoken aloud. There was a night recently when you felt yourself pulled toward someone for no reason you could fully identify. You could not explain it logically. You just felt it. That was not imagination. Heaven was allowing you to sense what was already happening in the invisible. One soul was praying for your protection in the dark. The other was rehearsing an apology they have not yet delivered, carrying the weight of a forgiveness they have been afraid to ask for. You may have written off those feelings as your emotions being complicated, but they were spiritual. They were your intuition trying to speak to you in the only language it has. Please do not dismiss what you feel. Stay with me, because what comes next is going to make so much more sense. A conversation is about to begin that you did not schedule and did not expect. It might arrive as a message at an unexpected time. It might come as a phone call that catches you off guard. But when it begins, something in the energy of it will tell you that this is not an ordinary exchange. The soul carrying the secret will find it almost impossible to meet your gaze directly. Their words will feel unsteady, like they are moving around something rather than saying it outright, because their soul already understands that it cannot maintain the pretense much longer. Your heart has been remarkably patient through seasons of confusion you could not fully make sense of. You have loved without condition. You have extended trust even when part of you was already questioning. Now, heaven is preparing to honor all of that. The one who was always real, the one written beside your name in the places where destiny is recorded, will begin to show themselves through small and specific acts of honesty, the kind of kindness that costs something, the kind of words that feel like they were spoken directly from somewhere genuine rather than constructed for effect. The timing of what they offer will feel almost impossible and yet completely right at once. You will begin to feel the difference between someone who loves you because they cannot bear the idea of losing you, and someone who loves you because they have genuinely chosen you from the depths of who they are, without fear and without agenda. The shocking truth that is approaching you is not here to take something away from you. It is here to direct your heart toward what was always meant to be yours. When the clarity arrives, resist the urge to chase or confront or demand. Let what is true stand on its own, because truth does not need your help to hold itself upright. One energy in your life is in the process of fading. Another is in the process of glowing more brightly than you have seen before. The one that fades taught you something essential about your own strength. The one that glows is going to teach you what genuine peace actually feels like inside a relationship. Do not question what heaven removes, and do not resist what heaven is sending toward you next. Something beautiful is on its way to you. Something so specifically matched to who you are at the level of your soul that it will feel like stepping into a life you always somehow knew existed but were not sure you would actually get to live. Stay with me until the very end, because the truth is almost here, and when it arrives, you will finally understand why heaven asked you to be patient for as long as it did. It was never about making you wait. It was about protecting you until the right moment, the right readiness, the right love was in place. My precious heart, hold on. What is approaching will not break you. I need you to hear that clearly. What is coming will build something in you that confusion and half-truths never could. It will release your heart from the quiet exhaustion of carrying questions that were never yours to answer alone. What you are feeling right now is not simply emotion. It is energy rearranging itself around your destiny. Two souls are still circling you, but they are moving in opposite directions now. One carries peace, like a steady hand on your shoulder. The other carries the accumulated weight of a secret that is pressing harder against the surface every single day. The peaceful soul has been watching you from a careful distance, sending strength your way in the quiet moments, in the pauses between things, in the unexpected calm that sometimes washes over you without any external reason. Every time peace touched your heart without you being able to trace it to a source, that was their energy covering you like a prayer in motion. The other soul is fracturing from the inside. They can feel truth coming toward them the way you feel a storm approaching before the sky changes. They are rehearsing versions of the story in their mind, trying to find an angle that will soften the damage. But heaven does not allow deception to survive indefinitely in the same space as a destiny as sacred as yours. That is why their energy feels uneven to you. You can sense the instability behind the performance, the restlessness underneath the smile. Stay with me, because what comes next will confirm everything you have been quietly feeling but were afraid to name out loud. You may have noticed unusual timing lately, a message arriving at the exact moment you were thinking of someone, a dream that brought back a face you thought you had moved past, an emotion arriving without any visible trigger. These are not coincidences. These are the divine plan pulling you toward awareness, asking your attention to sharpen, asking you to learn the difference between genuine alignment and the kind of attachment that keeps you tethered to something that was never truly yours to hold. When the moment of revelation arrives, do not run toward it. Let it come to you. It will not be loud. It will not arrive in the way dramatic things arrive in stories. It will be quieter than that and more certain. One glance will carry the whole story. The soul who was always meant for you will bring a stillness to the space around you when they are near. Their presence will not rush your heart into fear. It will settle it. The other will carry something you can no longer mistake for normal. A heaviness that has a specific weight to it, the weight of a truth they have been preventing from reaching the surface. That pressure will release without requiring any action from you. Heaven is handling it. Divine truth reveals hidden intentions, brings emotional freedom, separates genuine love from deception, and guides you toward peaceful, authentic relationships through patience and spiritual timing. After truth comes clarity. After clarity comes a peace so complete it will quiet every storm that has kept you awake, that has kept you questioning yourself, that has kept you wondering whether what you felt was real or whether you imagined significance into ordinary moments. That peace is not far from you now. My beloved one, when this revelation lands, breathe. Do not chase what is leaving. Do not argue with what is being removed. Do not demand explanations from someone whose time in your story is ending. Truth will stand without your assistance. Heaven is asking you to allow this chapter to close naturally, because what is leaving your life is not actually love. It is distraction, and what is now entering is something far more than you have allowed yourself to hope for. It is divine completion. It is the love that was written beside your name before you were born, finally arriving in a form you can receive. The pure soul, the one whose love never required validation or proof, has been quietly enduring every delay, every misunderstanding, every season of distance. Through all of it, they never truly left you. They do not move through the world chasing attention or competing for recognition. What they chase is truth, and heaven honors that kind of soul by bringing them exactly where they were always meant to be. They are being prepared to meet you in full honesty. No hidden things, no competing intentions, no performance. Just the steady and certain love of someone who has waited with grace because they always knew the waiting would eventually lead them to you. The soul who hid behind beautiful words and careful silences now stands at the edge of their own conscience. The walls of the illusion they constructed around themselves are falling. What they believed they could manage and control has already slipped beyond their reach, because heaven does not permit deception to establish permanent residence in the life of someone protected by divine purpose. That protection has always been yours, even in the seasons when you could not feel it clearly. Pay attention to the signs gathering around you right now. The unexpected calm that finds you, the dreams that feel full of something beyond ordinary, the moments of sudden and inexplicable clarity. These are the universe communicating directly with your spirit, telling you that your spiritual season of confusion is ending. The false energy is clearing from your space, and something pure is stepping in to take its place. The moment of truth will not arrive with noise and drama. It will be quiet and certain in the way that actual revelation is always quiet and certain. You will feel it in the way someone says your name, as though it means something specific to them, in the way they finally speak a thing they have been carrying too long, in the way a situation ends in peace rather than conflict. That is heaven's mark on things. That is how you will know. My beloved one, the one who was always truly written for you, does not fear your truth. They are drawn to it. They will add life to you rather than drawing it out. Their presence will feel like returning to a place you loved and missed. Their love will not make you question your worth. It will remind you of it, consistently, without being asked. And when you recognize them fully, something in your entire being will settle into a quiet knowing that does not require further analysis or debate. It will simply be clear. The false chapter is closing, not with destruction or bitterness, but with quiet understanding, the way all necessary endings close when they are guided by wisdom rather than anger. As it closes, you will feel a weight physically lift from somewhere in your chest. What follows will be a love that is honest and grounded and perfectly timed, a love that reflects your growth. A love that was held back not because you were not worthy of it, but because both of you needed the time to become ready to receive it. Heaven is smiling on you. You survived a test of emotional illusion. You learned to love deeply even when love was complicated and confusing. You learned to wait with something resembling grace even when waiting felt impossibly hard. You learned to see with your spirit even when your eyes were being misled. Now the universe is preparing to give you something that mirrors all of that growth back to you in the form of a love that does not require you to carry uncertainty as a permanent condition. The real soul is ready. The truth is clear. The secret has stepped into the light. And from this point forward, every step you take, every choice you make, every heartbeat you experience will carry this truth beneath it. You were never forgotten by heaven. You were never abandoned or overlooked. You were being shaped. You were being prepared. You were being protected through every confusing and painful and uncertain season until the love that was always meant for you was ready to arrive in a form you could actually receive and hold without fear. Two souls once stood at the entrance of your life. One surrounded by mystery and the careful management of a hidden truth. The other surrounded by a love that was always clean and certain, even when you could not yet see it clearly. Heaven allowed both of them near you, not to cause confusion, but to teach you something irreplaceable about the difference between what is real and what is constructed, and that teaching is complete now. The pure soul has been changing alongside you. They have done their own quiet work. They have moved through their own doubt and growth and readiness. Their prayers have carried your name. Every time they wavered, heaven returned the memory of you to their heart. They are ready now. The distance between you was never punishment. It was the space needed to prepare both of you for what was always going to happen. And that preparation has reached its end. The soul with the secret is being guided away by something larger than either of you. Not with force, not with drama. Simply with the quiet authority of divine order. You may notice it as a sudden shift in communication, an unexpected silence, a resolution that arrives without requiring your effort or intervention. That is heaven clearing the path between you and where you are meant to be. The universe is in the process of rearranging everyone around you. Some will quietly step back. Others will step clearly forward. The one written beside your name will not push their way into view. They will simply appear with the calm certainty of something that was always supposed to happen, destiny finally catching up with itself. This is the exchange heaven has been working toward. Confusion exchanged for clarity, emotional exhaustion exchanged for genuine peace. The long and heavy weight exchanged for a fulfillment that feels like every unanswered prayer arriving at once. You are stepping into a version of your life where only truth can remain in the space around your heart. In that space, you will know without being told, without overanalyzing, without second-guessing yourself, what is real. The pure soul will reflect your energy back to you. Their presence will feel like safety. Their love will feel like something sacred and steady. Their attention will feel like home. The connection will not feel like work. It will feel like relief, like something that was always supposed to exist, finally being allowed to exist. Two souls loved you, but only one stayed in truth through all of it. And heaven is now giving that love the space it deserves in your story and in your destiny. Every delay you experienced, every heartbreak that left you questioning yourself, every night you spent wondering if real and honest love was actually possible for you, all of it has led directly to this alignment. Every piece of the journey served a purpose, even the pieces that felt like they were simply breaking you. Nothing was wasted, nothing was without meaning, everything was direction. The one with secrets is being guided away gently, because the connection between you, despite the complications it carried, was not without purpose. It taught you something essential about discernment. It taught you to value peace above intensity. It taught you to recognize the difference between what sounds like love and what actually is love. You do not need revenge for any of it. You have something far more lasting than that. You have understanding. You have clarity. You have the gift of knowing yourself more completely than you did before any of this began. Signs will continue to arrive, messages that feel significant, dreams that carry meaning, moments of coincidence that do not feel like coincidence at all. Clarity will find you without requiring you to chase it. Truth does not fight for its position. It simply stands, calm and unmistakable, in the place where deception once stood. And the love that is coming toward you now is the kind that builds rather than consumes, the kind that protects rather than destabilizes, the kind that celebrates every part of you without needing to hide any part of itself. No secrets, no half-truths, no managing of what is said and what is withheld. Your soul can finally rest. Heaven has made sure of it. And the love that is arriving, steady and pure and divinely timed, is the answer to every question your heart has been carrying since long before you knew exactly what it was asking.